these MLM companies, it's not just a sales job. There is more manipulation that goes behind it. The person who was in charge of our entire team, this person was almost idolized by my team. That was another red flag. It seemed very culty.
If people quit an MLM, they're often shunned and virtually excommunicated, much like destructive cults.
After I had left the MLM company, I was almost in a sense shunned. You were seen as a number to these people. As soon as you left, that friendship, that community, that sisterhood, it no longer existed.
Well, joining us is Monica, and she claims she unwittingly joined not one, but two business endeavors where she was promised a lot of things. One was a sisterhood and also being a, quote, girl boss. She claims these companies quickly began to indoctrinate her and really took over her life. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Phil.
These companies were multi-level marketing, right?
Yes.
What was the pitch?
So for the first MLM company, it was time and financial freedom, because I do have student loan debt, like many people do. And when she was done with her presentation, she started to pitch the opportunity to me. That's their favorite word to use. And she just basically put a really nice pink bow on it and just tried to make it seem like something it wasn't, because I did end up joining, and I did end up getting one of the larger starter packs, which was a little over $1,000. And as I said, I had student loan debt at the time, so I was not in the financial position to be able to do that. But she had me sign up for a company credit card that the MLM company had actually offered. So I went ahead and I signed up, and quickly found out that it was not what I thought it was. I went to one of the conventions for this particular company. While I was there, I was really motivated, and they were just hyping you up and everything. But once I got home and I was removed from all of that, I noticed that it's just a bunch of fluff, is what I like to say all the time, is because the convention, there was no mention of how to market the product, how to talk. There was very little mention of that. But it was all about being a girl boss. And yeah, that was my experience with the first one.
A lot of this approach is exactly the approach that you had, right?
Yes, identical. When you mentioned that you were told to sell, but you weren't given the technique with which to sell, that's identical. We were told at one point I was told to bring 10,000 people to a $16,000 program.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy.
So there's nothing wrong with somebody being charismatic, persuasive, passionate, persistent. Where does it cross the line to being exploitive, manipulative versus just good business? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.